I am super excited for what 2025 is going to bring us for wireless chargers, and I'll tell you why. Wireless charging manufacturers have started using a technology that can actually keep your phone cooler while it's charging. Now, before you say anything, I know there have been a ton of wireless chargers out there, even some that I've done reviews on in the past, that do keep your phone cool, but they only use a little fan that blows some air towards the back of your phone to try to keep it cooler while it's charging, but they're not like this. These brand new chargers actually use a thermoelectric chip inside that can keep the pad of the wireless charger nearly as cool as the inside of your refrigerator, thus keeping your phone's battery cooler, increasing the longevity and the performance of your battery. And I've got one of those chargers right here. This is the AUKI MagFusion 3-in-1 Pro wireless charger. This wireless charger does use the brand new Qi 2 wireless standard, and it can output a max of 15 watts for your iPhone and a max of 5 watts for your AirPods and your Apple Watch. And it's also made for Apple certified, guaranteeing you that it's going to give all your Apple devices optimal charging performance. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because I will be doing a test to see how long it takes to charge your iPhone 15 Pro Max from 0 to 100% using this technology, as well as a test to show you how cold the front of this pad actually gets and how cool it can actually keep your iPhone while fast charging. But first, let's do an unboxing and take a closer look at the wireless charger itself. So first off, it comes in this really nice box. Again, this is a Qi 2 wireless charger. It's also made for Apple certified, and what that means is it's going to give you the best performance possible when charging up your iPhone, your Apple Watch, and your AirPods, even after updates. And it also keeps your device 20 degrees cooler. It is held closed with magnets, and on the inside you can see that we do have an exploded view of the charger itself. And the thing that makes this charger stand out amongst all the other chargers that I have ever tested is the thermoelectric cooling chip. Now, I went to CES and actually saw this and felt this chip in action, and it was freezing to the touch. I'm talking about like touching an ice cube cold. So that's definitely going to help keep your phone's battery cooler, and it's also going to help with charging as well, because as we know, heat is not good for batteries. And here it shows that they charged up an iPhone 15 Pro from 0 to 100%, and it only took 114 minutes to totally charge versus 140 minutes on a regular wireless 15-watt charger. I will also be testing this out with an iPhone 15 Pro Max. I'm going to be charging it from 0 to 100% with this charger with the active cooling. We're going to see how long it takes to totally charge. And then I'm going to also charge it up from 0 to 100% on a regular wireless charger that does not use the active cooling. And we'll see what the difference is. And then here we have the charger itself. We also get a wall adapter, which is really nice. We have our USB Type-C here. We got a little LED status, and we also have folding prongs, which is definitely a plus. And the charger actually has a little bit of weight to it, so that's pretty nice. And it outputs a max of 45 watts. Here we have our user manual, and we also have a really nice USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable that is braided. That's definitely nice. Now, as I said before, this is a 15-watt wireless charger. Now, the main portion of the charger here is made of plastic. It does have a glass plate on the front here that charges your iPhone. The base here is covered in plastic. It does have some weight to it. The little portion where you put your AirPods is also plastic, but the stand in the middle here is actually metal. Feels pretty nice. We have our exhaust fan port in the back. We have the top where you charge your Apple Watch, and it looks like we also do have a little button to allow you to turn that fan off if you don't want to use it. We also have a little status LED on the bottom here, and we also have some rubber pads on the bottom to help keep your nightstand or whatever you put this down on free from scratches. The head of the charger also has a 30-degree adjustment to where you can have it facing totally flat forward, or you can also angle it up about 30 degrees. So now I'm going to plug the charger into the wall adapter, and I'm going to show you how cold the front of this wireless charger actually gets. So here I have my infrared thermometer here, You can see that the front is about 68 degrees right now. So we'll plug this into the adapter. And you can see that the little status LED lights up white to let you know that it is turned on. I'm going to put my iPhone 16 Pro Max on the charger. It's got a super strong grip, charges immediately, and you can also, again, like I showed you before, you can tilt the front of the charger about 30 degrees up and down. Now there is a fan going on the inside of this, and you can barely hear it with your ear right up to the side here. So when it's on your nightstand, you're not going to really hear anything moving, but they did feel the need to put a little power button on the top here in case you do want to totally turn it off. So now just sitting here, maybe about a foot away from the wireless charger, I do now hear the fan a little bit more than I did prior. So if it's totally quiet in your room, you might hear the fan. I don't think it's loud enough to where it's going to keep you from sleeping, but again, they do have the power button on the top in case you want to turn it off. So the phone's been on the charger for about a minute now. So I'm going to take my thermometer and I want to show you how cool the front pad is of the wireless charger. So here we go. You can see that it's now 47 degrees and just climbing. So that's about a 20-degree difference. And just touching the pad is freezing. It feels like you're touching an ice cube. That's how cold it is. That's incredible. So even after only about a minute of charging, you saw that it dropped the temperature of the front pad here about 20 degrees. And that's what this new charger cooling technology actually does. It doesn't just have a fan that blows cool air on the back of your phone, but it actually makes the front of the pad 20 degrees cooler. And as you can see, we're back to about 66 degrees when we're not charging. Now, like I mentioned before, this charger works with pretty much all Apple Watches, any AirPods that have the Qi wireless charging capability, and iPhone 12 and up, because those are the ones that use MagSafe. Now, another really cool thing is if you have a Galaxy device or another device that has a case that has MagSafe capabilities, you can also put that on this charger as well, and it'll charge your phone. So you can use it with more than just Apple accessories. You can see that it is charging. We're at 25%. Now let's test out the magnetic strength of the wireless charger. Here I've got my iPhone 16 Pro Max with the case on it. Clips right onto the charger, starts to charge your phone immediately, and it's strong enough to where I can actually pick up the whole charger along with the phone. So you don't have to worry about your phone just falling off. And you can also kind of rotate it in a landscape mode orientation as well. So you can use it as a night clock. And if you want to take your phone off the wireless charger, you don't have to use two hands. You can just simply use one and just kind of lift up from the bottom, and it'll come right off the charger just like that. So even though that it does have a strong hold on the phone, you don't have to worry about not being able to pick up your phone off the charger. You just simply lift up from the bottom and it comes right off the charger. And then, like I mentioned before, for your AirPods, here I've got my AirPods, and it's also inside of a case. We just simply put it on the charger here. And you can't see, but the little LED is lit up on my AirPods right there. It's an orange color. Kind of tilt this down. I'll take my phone off just to show you guys. I'll put this on the charger here, and you can see that little orange LED there. So my AirPods are charging. We'll put the phone back on the charger, and then you can also charge up your Apple Watch as well while everything else is charging up. You just simply put it over the back of the charger like this, and it starts to charge your Apple Watch immediately. I'll do that again just so you can see. I know there was a glare, so I'll put this on the charger and it starts to charge immediately. And because it does have a nice round shape, You can also use a band that does not come apart, like this metal band I have here. It very easily slips right over this round cylinder, or if you happen to have a regular Apple band that comes apart, you can use it on here as well. So now I'm charging all three of my devices all at the same time. And it just makes it really convenient, especially if you want to have this on your nightstand, something like that. So it works out beautifully. And also, like I mentioned before, this has a 30-degree of rotation. So if you want to rotate it up like that, so you can kind of have it angled more towards your face if you have it on your desk, or if you have it on your nightstand, you can just simply kind of lay it down like this and it'll be kind of equal where you are laying down. Now, if you want to have your phone and your AirPods charging at the same time, along with this case, it doesn't look like you're going to be able to do that. So you're going to have to put your phone into a landscape mode if it's flat like this, or if you want to charge all three devices, just simply tilt it up, and then you have more than enough room to put your AirPods along with your iPhone. And then if we put this down, you can see the bottom of the phone case does touch the AirPods, but for the most part, it's almost totally flat if you want to charge your phone in a portrait mode along with your AirPods that might have a case on it. Now, if you're wondering if the charger will still keep your phone cool, even if you turn the fan off, and the answer is yes. I had this on my nightstand last night. I turned the fan off and I let my phone charge for maybe 15 minutes. I took it off the charger and I felt the pad on the charger and it was still cool. It's just without the fan, it's not going to be as cool as it would be if you had the fan on. So let's see if it's strong enough to lift up everything with the iPhone, and it is. The magnetic hold is still strong enough to lift the whole charger, your Apple Watch, and the AirPods up all at the same time. That's pretty impressive. Another really nice thing about this pad is the fact that it is tempered glass. It's very smooth, so when you have your phone on the charger, you can effortlessly rotate your phone 360 degrees. It's almost like there's less friction because of the glass, but it also still will hold your phone in any orientation that you put it. All right, so now we're going to see how long it takes to charge up my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Aukey stated that it took about 114 minutes to go from 0 to 100% on an iPhone 15 Pro. It's going to be a little bit longer because this is a Pro Max and it has a little bit bigger battery than the Pro, but it'll give you some idea of how fast it's going to charge your phone. So here I just want to show you the pad on the charger is sitting at about 64 degrees Fahrenheit, and the back of the iPhone is about 71.8. And I'll show you that I'm sitting at 1% battery. You guys can see I'm down to the last sliver on my battery. It's sitting at 1%, just enough to keep the screen on. So we're going to put it on the charger. Here I have my clock so you guys can keep track of the time. And we're going to come back in 114 minutes. So here we go. All right, so it's been 114 minutes. Let's see what we're sitting at on the battery. And we're at 94%. That's really not bad considering Aukey said that it would take 114 minutes to totally charge an iPhone 15 Pro to 100%, and we're sitting at 94. So I think that's pretty good. I'm going to take my temperature gauge here. I'm going to test the back of the iPhone, and we're also going to test the pad on the charger to see what we're sitting at. So the pad is about 53 degrees. And the back of the iPhone is 61. Yeah, so definitely, I mean, the back of the iPhone is cold. It's not hot at all, so that is definitely a plus. And the pad of the charger is also nice and cold. So now I'm going to drain the battery on my iPhone 15 Pro Max again, and we're going to put on another charger that does not have the cooling capability, and we'll see what battery percentage we can get to in 114 minutes, as well as what the temperature is. So now for a little comparison, we're going to be charging our iPhone 15 Pro Max with another 3-in-1 15-watt wireless charger that does not use any active cooling whatsoever. There's no fans or anything here. It just simply charges your phone. So again, here we have my iPhone 15 Pro Max. We are sitting at a 1% charge to make it fair. We're going to also see what the temperature is like right now. So it looks like we're sitting at 74.8 on the back and about 74.7 on the front. And then we'll test out the temperature of the charging pad, and the pad is about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. It is 11:24. We're going to come back in 114 minutes, just like we did for the Aukey, and I'm also going to come back in about 45 minutes and test the thermals of the front of the phone and see what temperature we're sitting at there. So we'll put our phone on the charger here. So you can see 1% charged. And again, we'll come back in 114 minutes. All right, so it's been a full 114 minutes. Now we're going to see what the temperature is at on the front of the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And it's at 94.3. Definitely a lot more than it was with the Aukey. All right, so now I'm going to see what the battery percentage is at. We're sitting at 84%, so that's pretty significant as well. And let's see what the temperature is at the back of the iPhone. 104.7, and the pad of the charger is 111. So huge difference between this charger that doesn't use active cooling versus the Aukey that does. And remember, with the Aukey, the charging pad when we took the phone off was around 50 degrees, as well as the back of the iPhone. So the Aukey, in charging temperatures and charging speeds, it's definitely a lot better than having a regular charger that does not have the active cooling. And remember, when we took the iPhone off of the Aukey charger, we were sitting at 94% after 114 minutes, whereas using this charger, we're only at 84, so that's a 10% difference. So after doing both of those tests, needless to say, I am pretty impressed with the results. And I thought that there was going to be a difference in temperature, but I didn't realize it was going to be such a huge difference. I mean, 40-degree differences between the Aukey and the charger that doesn't use active cooling is huge. And like I mentioned before, heat is not your battery's friend. So if you want your phone to last longer and your battery to perform at its peak, I would definitely recommend using the Aukey Mag Fusion, because it's going to keep your phone a lot cooler while it's charging, and that's just going to increase the performance and the longevity of the battery. So this is going to be my brand new charger from now on, and if you guys want to pick up your own, I will be putting product links in the video description. I also want to thank Aukey for giving this to me so I could do this review, and I'm not being paid. They didn't give me any script to follow when doing this review. They just simply gave it to me and wanted me to give you my honest opinion. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.